Now how's this for a change of Cheery Tunes diet? HMS Pinafore, which we all know is one of the Gilbert Sullivan operettas. And I have a 2-record set here, complete with dialogue, performed by the Doyley Clark Company. Here's a picture of the set. Isn't that nice? But the reason I have these records, which I've had for a long time since I was at school, is because at the King's School in Macclesfield we did a production of it, and I was in the chorus. I remember without glasses I was very short-sighted, having to let off a cannon shot partway through the one of the chorus numbers and not being able to really see what I was doing. Anyway, what year was it now? This ticket bears the date Tuesday, July 14th, admission 8 and 6, pre-decimal. We went decimal in 1971. I think it was probably about 1969. Neil Chaffee was the director of music in those days, of course, and it was amazing that the King's School did productions on this scale. All the cast, as far as I remember, were a combination of staff and pupils, but mainly pupils, taking the principal roles as well as staffing the chorus. All boys, of course, so anyone who sang the treble and alto parts ended up in a frock. The orchestra was provided by a combination of members of the King Edward Music Society with people from the school orchestra too. So it was really a school orchestra stiffened by outside help. An astonishing achievement, because they were done to a very high standard. Now the overture of this is a jolly number, but it starts with a drum roll, and I'm sure this is not something unique to Neil Chaffee. I'm sure lots of MDs have done it. But in those days, when of course the national anthem was still played regularly before performances, the drum roll at the beginning of the overture he stretched it out until the audience had stood up, and then just started the overture, which got everyone off to a giggling start and was a great audience warmer-upper for what was to come. So I'm going to play the overture. Oops. Sorry, just do a bit of a reorganisation. I'm going to have to pause. Sorry, that was wrong speed, wrong needle, everything wrong. But we're okay now. Here we go. piece, of course. Excuse that slow finish. Nearly all the overtures to these Guildford Seven operas, of course, were composed by the staff using fragments from tunes within the operettas. Notable exceptions, which I think Arthur Sullivan was personally responsible for, the overtures to the Yeoman of the Guard, amongst a handful of others, possibly. It's great fun to play G&S opera. I love playing Village Hall G&S opera, and the opportunities for that seem to have dried up just lately. A number of interesting local societies that have been going for years, turning these things out on the Village Hall stages, seem to have come to an end. Perhaps those days will return. I hope so. It's a shame that they've lapsed at the moment, certainly as far as I'm concerned. And I'm always up for playing some G&S. I was going to say something else. Oh yes, it's timely that there should be a reminder of the King's School here. This was in the school hall, backing onto Core Street, and I was in Macclesfield with a friend last week, in fact, who was cycling around, and we called in at the King's School, which has just now moved to its new campus on the outskirts of Macclesfield, heading towards Prestbury over Alderley. And the school buildings are about to either be knocked down, or one or two of them possibly saved and converted into alternative uses. So it was, it put all sorts of school memories in my mind, and that's enough of me wittering on, isn't it? So I'm going to go now and say, I know it's a bit of an unusual Cheery tune, but worth a visit. I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.